Hello. All right. So I don't consider myself a financial expert. Obviously, I'm not. I'm not a banker. I'm not an accountant. I studied international relations and diplomacy. So, but yeah, I think and I do know that I have a lot to teach people about finances. To teach entrepreneurs, to tell entrepreneurs and business owners about finances. As an entrepreneur or business owner, you are going to need finances. Even if you bootstrap your business, you start with nothing and then you move. You're going to need finances at some point. You're going to need support. You're going to need partners and all of that so that your business can boom. You're going to need to get loans. You're going to need to get funds from anywhere possible sometime, to be able to scale up. So, yeah. And it's been quite a bit of talk if COVID should stop your business or not, And lately I've had to share about this with some folks and all of that. And then you have someone saying, COVID has stopped my business and all this kind of thing. And what these people are saying basically is that they are not making money because of COVID. Do you understand? They are not making money. It's so bad to the extent that some people don't have money to feed. These are business owners, these are SMEs, SME operators and entrepreneurs, and then while in some niche markets, in some niche businesses, it's so obvious how COVID, have to stop them. As someone in showbiz, they've not been shows, they've not been marriages and all the parties and all of those kind of things, if you understand what I'm talking about. But now here is what one of your strengths as an entrepreneur or a business owner is the ability to be able to quite see into the future. Nobody really saw COVID coming. I didn't see COVID coming. You didn't see COVID coming. Even your pastor, our pastors, our imams, and our religious leaders, many of them didn't see COVID coming. You understand? So, but one of your greatest strengths as an entrepreneur or business owner is the ability to see what is coming ahead, in terms of the economy. And here is what, as a business person, as a business oriented person, as someone who is in business, you don't just, I think, and this is what the experts will tell you, the financial experts, as a business oriented person, you should have several funnels, several channels of income. And this is so important, friends. This is so important. The ability to be able to have several, channels of income is actually you picturing that you don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. All right. For example, if you're in showbiz, you should have other businesses. Your Niger was invited to a program quite recently, and he said, listen, guys, some of you are sliding into my DMs and asking me to do giveaways and all of that. We that you're asking to do giveaways, the truth is, the thing we are giving away are actually things we've saved from way back. If we are also like everyone who wants people to do giveaway, we'll also be waiting right now for you to do giveaway and give us stuff. And he was like, guys, you have to learn how to save. You have to learn how to diversify. And we also brought Simon Keys. Simon Keys is an entrepreneur to the core. He's a pianist at the Daystar Christian Center. And he said, diversify. Creatives need to be able to diversify. I guess you can still get the video on our IGTV or thereabouts. Quite a bit of all he said, and quite a bit of the IGTV session. And I said, you must be able to diversify. If you are into shoes, who told you all you need to just do is shoes, and clothes? If you're into shoes, you can also be into telecommunications, recharge cards, selling data, and all of this kind of thing. And let me tell you guys something. During this lockdown, things like recharge card, things like data, things like all of those kind of things, electricity, utility bills and all of that have been selling like crazy. People want to reach out to their loved ones. People want to keep their electricity bills topped up. People want to make sure their phones is always stocked with recharge card. People want to make sure that they have data and all of those kind of things. People want to make sure that they eat. You see, you probably would have heard that an average billionaire at least 7 sources of income. Now, I'm not saying you should chase to be a billionaire. I don't think I'm really chasing to be a billionaire and all of those kind of things. But here is what, depending on the reason why you started your business, you see, cash is not the number one reason why you are in business. Getting cash is not the number one reason why you are in that your major business. I think cash flow is really important, of course, but what you do with that cash flow is also really, really important. It's important you get cash. It's important you get money. I don't think what you get from your major business should be used on to buy that iPhone and all of those kind of things. You make your first 1 million and the next thing you want to do is get a car. It's good, but I want to think that what you should, major business, you should be able to start up other businesses. Okay, now this is actually, anyone who does this is actually the person who have the spirit of an entrepreneur. All right, with your major business, you should be able to start other sources. Now, you might really not be present in these businesses. It could just be a system. You have people in place. You put people in place. You should also, of course, try to know about the business, and all of those kind of things. Put people there, so that you can still have time to do your major business. But you see, as an entrepreneur, it's a no to have just one channel of income. It's a no. If you're into shoes, who tells you can't invest into food? Who tells you can't invest into utility bills? Who tells you you can't sell data? Who tells you can't sell recharge cards and all of those kind of things? So, and you see, what most people do, and I know most SMEs, because I get to talk with SMEs, I have feedbacks from SMEs, is once they get money from their major business, from that business they are doing, instead of looking at building a second source of income and then move to the third one, they buy Ferragamo, they buy Gucci bag, they buy Ashwebi. That's the time they remember they need to buy Ashwebi for their father-in-law and all of those kind of trash. I'm sorry to say, but the money you get from your major business is not for that. It's not for that. And see, you can get this in the books. The money you get from your major business is for you to build other businesses that will support you, when the raining days come. So here's the formula I'm going to share with you very quickly. For example, if you make 100K from your major business, from your business, you should split the money into 3. All right, you should split the money into 3. Let's say 40 30 30. All right, so the 40 is what you use for feeding and all of that, maybe after you've paid yourself salary, depending on how you've structured your thing. The 40 is what you use for your everyday, to take care of everyday stuff. Then the next 30 should go into an investment. Okay, then the other 30 should go into investing back into that business. For example, you need to buy stuff, you need to get tools, you need to get if you're a digital marketer, you want to get a tripod, for example. You want to get a nice set of earbuds. You want to get, all of these kind of things. You want to get, if you are into photography, you want to get props. You want to get backdrops and all of this. You want to get frames and all of this kind of thing. That's what you use. You use the 30% to invest back into the business, then use 30 to invest into another business, and then you use the 40 for your everyday. You need to fuel your car, you need to recharge your phone, you need to do this and that. Here's the formula. And even if you make 50K, this is the formula, friends. This is just the formula. If you are not doing this, then it might also mean that you are really not disciplined and that you are not really growth conscious. I'm sorry. And this investment, I'm saying you should put the 30% into, could be ajo, as they call it. It could be money market. It could be, it could be in food supply. It could be in something totally different from the major business you are running. Just as a support structure. And let me tell you, in some cases, this other business comes and take over your everyday business, and it's just booming and it's booming, and you'll really be surprised that, wow, so if I had not paid attention to this business, this is what I would have been losing, chasing a ghost, if you understand what I'm talking about. So this is more of I don't know how this sounds, but this has been on my mind and I felt the need to share. I think this is more than a teaching and more of an instruction. Of course, everybody may not need this, but for the people who do need this, so if you are thinking of another business you would like to build, you want to get at us at thebuzzer@gmail.com. Send us a mail, and then we'll show you and share with you some of the structures we already have that you can plug into, and all of that. We have structures in the food market. We have structures in the telecommunications and all of that. And these are really, really good places you can invest into. So remember what I said. Your income should be split into 3: 40, 30, 30. 40 for yourself, for your daily whatever. 30 for another investment. It could be whatever, another investment. You start looking into another investment, and then the other 30 to invest back into this business that give you this whole money. If you understand what I'm talking about. Now, sometimes you may not be able to really do the 40-30. Sometimes you may be 60-20-20, if you understand what I'm talking about. But just make sure you are putting something aside, something into another business, so that if something happens to this first business, it could be due to economic downturn, it could be due to weather or whatsoever it is, you still have something to bank on. All right, thank you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Follow us at The Buzzer Niger, and feel free to send us a mail at thebuzzer@gmail.com. Bye for now.